the Owls' first loss this season.
Our focus and concentration, we felt like we weren't really ready to go. Right before the game, it seemed like their minds were wandering. We were trying to reel them back in, get their focus on the game. When you play a good football team, if you're not ready to go at the start, it can be a long night. So we spotted them 17 points in the first half, played much better in the second half, came back, put up a fight, and thought we had a chance to pull it out there at the end. We told them at halftime that we didn't feel like they had stopped us. We felt like we had stopped ourselves. The first drive, they went 3 and out and actually stopped us. After that, we had a couple of fumbles and a couple of big penalties at critical situations that put us in a bad hole. And so if we don't have those, we feel like we may have gotten some points in the first half and it ends up being the difference in the game. Kevin went out real early. He got tackled on their sideline and said he felt his knee. We're not real sure. The trainers and doctors that checked him, they think his knee's stable. Felt like all the ligaments were good on it. Just felt like maybe it's where the muscle comes in, so it felt like kind of a sprained knee. So hopefully that's all it is. We'll get him checked out tomorrow and find out for sure.
Okay, and that was early in the first quarter?
Early in the game he came out, and that hurts. He's really our heart and soul on defense. He's our inside middle linebacker, so he's the one that calls the defenses and plays real emotional, and so the kids feed off that. And so it was kind of a downer in the first half to not have him on the field. So getting him back out there, hopefully pretty soon will be a big plus for us.
And then in the second half, of course, Brady Derritt was hurt the last minute of the game. How did that happen? How's he doing?
We're not real sure. We'll have to go back on film to see. It was way behind the play, but we threw a pass out, and Derek Secola caught it and cut across the middle of the field. And one of their kids kind of got hit and spun around, and Brady was running. And as he ran, the kid had a little extra force since he had gotten spun around, and I think they hit helmet to helmets. I don't think either one of them were anticipating the contact. It just kind of happened, and both of them went down. So we're hoping and praying that Brady's okay. I know he has all his feeling. He's talking, breathing, everything's good. He had all his movement. Was able to squeeze his hands, move his toes, move his feet. So he could feel everything. Anytime there's head-to-head contact, you're always worried about concussion. So, but he was complaining about his neck, right at the base of his skull, bothering him a little bit. So when he hit, it could have shocked him pretty good. Hopefully that's all it is. Maybe a stinger type deal. But anytime there's a head or neck injury, they're always going to be very cautious. So we didn't want to move him, get him out. But all the signs were good as far as him talking, remembering everything before and after the play. So hopefully those are all good signs.
What are you most proud of tonight? Because the kids pulled off some pretty good plays as well. Had a couple of interceptions.
I was proud of the effort in the second half. Just the way we played. Defensively we stepped up, made several big plays, came up with several big stops until they broke the long run late in the fourth quarter. They still hadn't put up any points since early in the second quarter. So we were feeling good about that at the time, and then they busted the one on us. So if we could have held that one, we may be a little happier right now. Just the effort that we gave in the second half, doing the little things right, and how much it paid off and got us right back in the game with a chance to win. Dalen Williams had a good night. We had to move him to a different position when Kevin went out and had to substitute some people in. Dalen was playing our tailback position, but we had to slide him over to our fullback and put Derek Secola in more at the tailback, and so had to use a couple of different people back there, but he doesn't normally play that position, but he stepped in tonight admirably and did a great job. Ryan Persley made several big plays in the second half. John McDonald had to fill in some at linebacker with Kevin being out. He and Peyton Sorsby both stepped in, made a few big plays. We got a few plays out of our defensive tackles in the second half. B.J. Fowler and Tyler Watuski. Dylan Bonner made several big plays. So we had a number of guys that came up. And so we needed more of that in the first half. And like I said, we just kind of dug ourselves too big of a hole that we had to chase those 17 points the rest of the game. Our open week next week, so we don't have a game, and we open district in 2 weeks against Hemphill over at Allen Academy. So we're looking forward to that. That'll be our district opener, and hopefully start off on the right note there and taking steps towards getting in the playoffs.
Kind of glad that we lost because we were getting kind of cocky, and just good teams lose, and that was just our loss right there. And we just have to come back in 2 weeks and prove that we're the better team, that we can do it.
Brazos Christian beat you last year.
Yeah, they beat us pretty bad last year.
So for y'all to come back in the second half and make all those points, that's a lot.
Yeah, it is a lot. You have to push, and push. No matter if you're tired, hurting, you just have to push through it.
You're also going to be getting ready for your district opener in 2 weeks. So how do you feel about that?
I'm kind of excited because we have a pretty good chance of making it to playoffs, and just because we play hard, and if we really play hard like we did in the second half, then I really think we got it.
So what do you think happened in the first half?
Honestly, we just weren't ready. I thought we came in with big heads. We thought we were just going to run over them. And then they came out and they showed us who's boss.
Do you think it hurt that Kevin Woods was taken out and then you had to play a different position?
It hurt me because I'm so used to having him back there in the backfield with me, and it's just different. It's different blocking. It's different. Like I just have to adapt to it. It wasn't the same.
So you had to step up.
Yeah, I had to step up and rush. I'm proud of everybody because everybody had to step up some way, fight through it, pain, everything. Losing Brady. It was scary because I never seen that before. Like right there, teammate. It's my first time ever seeing something like that. And I don't want to see that again.
You're gonna be ready for Hemphill?
Yeah, we should be ready. Practice hard next week, and we have to go out and get it.
What do you think happened in the first half?
Yeah, like you said, we came out with big heads, thought we were gonna run them over. They showed us different. They came out saying, "Hey, we got this." What we need to improve on is our blocking skills. And probably our strongest part was running the ball to the outside and actually getting our blocks on the outside and having long runs and good drives.
How do you feel about Brady?
I got really shaken up. Like, I ain't never seen that before. Not right there in my eyesight, not that close, not a teammate at that.
You saw him get hurt?
Like, what I saw was he like lowered his head and kind of like his neck was kind of bent. That's what I saw. So I was like, I don't know what happened. They say it was his concussion or in his neck, pain in his neck. So I'm just praying that he be back in a couple of weeks and ready to play again.
Do you think you'll be ready for your district opener?
I'm pretty sure we'll be ready. We practice hard and do what we got to do. I'm pretty sure we'll be ready.
You think Kevin's going to be ready too?
I'm praying that he come back too.
We challenge you at halftime. All right? The team we saw in the second half can do whatever they want. We got 5 important games about to start. Okay, we got next week to rest up and get ready and reload. Right? And then there's 5 games. And you do something first time in history. Right? You set a foundation for a long time to come. Right? But it has to do that effort all the time. So it's got to be every play after play after play. Right? If you play that way, you can do whatever you want in the next 5 games. They never stopped you tonight. We stopped ourselves, okay? And we decided we were going to play football in the second half. And good things happen. Okay? But you got to decide we're going to play that way from the get-go. Right? Things will be different. We'll fix some things. We'll do some things different, okay? All right? And we're going to get our mind right when we're focused and confident. And we step on the field, it's time to rock and roll. Right?
I'm going to tell you, I'm proud of you in the second half. Okay, you fixed the problems. They won the first 14 minutes and we won the rest of the game, in my opinion. We needed that. We needed to be humble. They're a good team. They're undefeated. We needed that. We'll get better from it. We'll fix their problems. We'll play, guys. We'll be in the playoffs.
Just proud of the second half effort. You showed a lot of heart, man. A lot of heart.
A lot of heart, a lot of desire. All right, let's go get ourselves some fans behind us and we'll get out of here. 1, 2, 3, finish! Let's go.